Hello my friends, this is my first actual YouTube video and I have no idea why I am doing this, but I just wanted to talk to anyone who watches this video, and like this channel's purpose from now on is probably not to tell anyone what to do or make videos where I'm like, this is the best way to get stronger or something like that. That's not the point why I'm making this video. I have a need to talk and talk like philosophical stuff, and sometimes, like now, I can't talk about it to anyone because my surroundings ain't good for that at the moment. I have a specific topic that I wanted to talk about, and it's the philosophy of training and discipline. Because today when I was walking around buying new pants, I was thinking about why do I train? And I'm a boxer, so I was thinking to myself that why do I compete in boxing? And I was thinking how can I get everything out of this session of boxing? So I had a thought that popped up in my mind, and it was discipline is kind of like a promise. It's kind of like a promise that you tell to yourself, kind of like a deal, So basically, you make a deal with yourself that goes this is like you speaking to yourself right now, so in quote marks, I don't know, but it's okay man, whatever we are feeling or whatever state we are in, we are going to give it our all. That's the mindset I think is good if you want to get better at anything. You always give it your all, no matter what's up. And that doesn't mean that you will succeed in that specific session. And succeeding can be for example, if you're a power lifter, it can be certain amount of reps. If you're a boxer like me or martial artist, it can be when we have those circuits, where we do hard work, it could be okay, this session I'm gonna do harder. Sometimes I believe that you just can't. Maybe it's not about the physical side, but mentally you just can't go harder than before. So you have this limit. But the thing is, if you constantly remind yourself of the deal you made, that you have to give it your all, you are going to break that specific limit always. But you have to be strong. Sometimes the limit is here, sometimes it's here. It doesn't matter. Don't focus. Don't focus on two training sessions. Like if one has the limit here and if the second has it here. It doesn't matter. It's just two training sessions. What really matters is like you do, let's say, 20, maybe even like 5, 10 training sessions. And of course, if you don't care about measuring it, like with heart rate stuff, I don't know, something like that. If you don't care about that, you will focus on like your own judgment. And if you notice that like every 10 sessions you notice a change for the better, I think you are on a good track. Because sometimes stuff happens, like we sleep 7 hours. Personally for me 7 hours is not enough of sleep. Sometimes we don't eat in the morning, like breakfast, and that influences how we train. So don't beat yourself up if you are not doing well on this specific training session, but focus on like I'd say 10 or 5 sessions. Focus on that, like the general view of that, or like the results. Yeah. I have noticed myself that I don't have this mindset like every time. And I think it's because I haven't made this deal with myself to give it my all. Like I like to train in a way that I have a mindset where I'm like, occasionally I will break my limits, but not always, because I haven't made myself a deal, a promise to always try my hardest. So I give myself a permission to slack, And when you haven't promised yourself anything, you don't have to hold that promise, because there is no promise. Of course, like it states in the Bible, do not promise, say yes or no. So this might sound contradictory, you know what I mean, like against the thing. Maybe don't promise yourself these things. Instead, make a deal, a reasonable deal, just like I said. And the difference between a promise and a deal is like, if you make yourself a deal, you can, for example, make a deal that I will always try my best, but if I mess up, it's fine. I will learn from it. So don't beat yourself up, but also don't turn it into a habit that you always like, I didn't train hard, but I can learn from it. You will not learn nothing if you always think that you have like a permission to fail or to slip up. You can slip up, but should you really like have that mindset where like, okay, I will make mistakes, like it's inevitable, so whatever, No, I think you should always strive for being better, and better means, it could mean like making your technique better, or like trying to remove those mistakes. That's what it is. Trying to be better, trying to remove the dirt, But don't, like, I seriously hope, I will pray for you guys that you don't like punish yourself for making mistakes. I have done boxing and competed twice. I have lost twice. And I'm gonna be honest, I felt like a loser. You know, like I'm no good. No matter what my family said or like my coach, I felt like a loser. And let me be honest, like I didn't blame God or anything, but like I cried because I felt like I was worthless. I was basing my human worth in losing and winning. And that, in my opinion, is the most loser thing you can do. If you base your worth on losing and winning, then you have already lost. You should always strive for how should I say this? You should always strive for being better. Sometimes winning doesn't mean that you're better. Like, I will not go into specifics because this is not a technique breakdown video, but like, for example, my last match, I watched the video, I noticed my hands were here, even though it felt like they were here. You know, like those kind of mistakes will grow you. You notice that, I was doing this, not that. They will grow you. And remember, the more you lose, the more you will grow as a person. Like, for me, it feels like that, and also I feel like I'm gonna grow into a better man when I learn that failure happens. Like, I want to be a father. I would not think it's a good example of being a father if I just quit for losing, like, I don't care, like 10 times. So what? So what if you lose 10 times? So what? Continue. Like, my point here is not, it might sound like this, but it's not that you should, like nail yourself to this certain thing and never do anything else. No. Like, let's say you're a boxer. You have competed like 10 times and let's say lost 5 times in a row. It could be that you need to switch it up to try another sport. It could mean that. But it's so personal, like individual. You can't go like blame anyone or like say point fingers. You can't go pointing fingers at anyone just because they don't like appeal to your values. To some, it's important to keep going on no matter what in that specific sport or whatever the thing is. It doesn't have to be sports, it can be like academic stuff, doesn't matter. But to some, like for me, it's important to just keep going, keeping God in mind, and just leave it to that, leave it to God. That's the thing, like I have been trying to be perfect for so long that I'm hurt in my mind. Like my mind is shattered, like glass. Because I have been trying to hold it all together for so long. Then I realized, like, life is a journey. And sometimes you fall, but you get back up. Just like the Bible said. The righteous may fall 7 times, but get up. But the tempted will be struck down by calamity. Something like that. Don't be the tempted or the fool. Get back up. I don't care if you're not a Christian. I don't care if you don't believe in God. Like, of course, I will pray for everyone that you will find Jesus Christ, but I want you to have a reason to get up in the morning. To seriously, like, love yourself, you know. And loving is not, it's not about like, it's not about eating, it's not about drinking, nothing like that. Love sometimes is about waking up early in the morning so that you can take care of yourself. That's just a practical example. It's not like what love is exactly, but remember, sometimes you need to be tough on yourself. You also have to learn the correct way of being tough. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the way is. Like, I think, like, okay, let's say this is the like final point, like death, and you know, for me, or it should be for everyone, heaven. Like, I'm here, and in most of my life I have been just going like, but now I feel like I'm like, but then I started to look up, and I will not go straight, but I'm starting, you know, to like little bit get up. So I'm young, I'm 17, I don't know everything that there is to know about, you know, love, self-discipline, I don't know, but I think this is the right track. Like, I have said a lot of things in this video, but I think the most important thing to remember, or the most important message from this video, is that do not give up. Keep going forward, but don't beat yourself up. Like, if you need a break, or if you need change, think about it and don't do it for others, do it for yourself. If you seriously want to, like, for example, change sports because you've just had enough of, for example, losing, that's fine. Because what's the point of continuing in something if you don't, like, have the passion for it anymore? I'm not saying that you should change sports because you lose. I'm saying you should change sports so that you don't lose yourself. That sounds corny, but it's true. Like, think about it. You just destroy yourself. So yeah, God bless you all, and I wish you a good morning, day, night, whatever it is for you. Have a good day.